Yahushai wait, come to take the throne. To conquer world powers, bring Jacob home. I'm quarterbacking like Jake DeLome. Like Mount Rushmore, I gotta face a stone.
First and foremost, I want to say, Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's all praises to the Most High God in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. You know, we out here again. What's up, man? What's up? What's going on over here, man? How y'all doing, man? What's y'all's nationality? African American? Well, y'all are Israelites according to the Bible. I just want y'all to know that. Y'all are Israelites according to the Bible. We need to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. So, moving along, right? So, this week, I just been thinking about like the whole encounter we had with Black Lives Matter. I'm calling them Black Lives Matter. I don't care what kind of splinter group they're talking about. They're walking with Black Lives Matter. You're Black Lives Matter. Matter of fact, Amos 3 and 3. Let's bring it right back out.
Bring that up.
Let's bring it right back out. Talking about we're different than Black Lives Matter, but we're right next to people who are campaigning for homosexuality, pedosexuality, just various debaucheries. We're parading around with them, trying to disguise it as Black Lives Matter, but y'all aren't with them? No.
That's reverse psychology, huh?
Yeah.
Amos 3 and 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Read it again.
Amos 3 and 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Can two walk together except they be agreed? So how can I can't deal with somebody for an extended amount of time unless I'm in agreement with them and what they believe in. Because at some point, there's going to come a variance between our doctrines or belief system, right? Like, I can't be with you. And let's say it like this, right? A Hebrew Israelite and a Muslim, they can't coexist. Why? Because they believe in two different deities. One also believes you can beat women. One also believes you can't beat women. So what's going to happen when you get put in a position where you have to give somebody advice on those specific things? That's when the divisions come. Go ahead.
God, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness?
So even on a well, you say religious, or even on a, let's say religious for the time's sake, right? On a religious way, you can't be unequally yoked with somebody who doesn't believe in. You can't have somebody on this line who believes in Satan when we all believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You can't have that because why? There's going to be variance. This dude believes in Satan. What do you think is going to happen to the camp if you have a dude on the line who believes in Satan? I'm not pointing specifically to you, but if you had a dude beside him, what would happen then? It'd be madness. It wouldn't be safe, man. You got something?
I don't fly.
Okay, yeah. Give me a fly. Come. Hold up. Wait, is there more in the scripture? Yeah, come on. Give me Deuteronomy 28.
Hey, my dad.
So, verse 15 on Salakia. I'm going to read the rest of 14, but I'm going to read the 17. And what communion hath light with darkness? And what concord hath Christ with Belial? Or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel? And what agreement hath the temple of God with idols? For ye are the temple of the living God, as God has said, I dwell in them, and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. Wherefore, come out from among them.
What?
Come out from among them.
Come out from among them. Shalom. Come out from among them. If y'all don't believe in what Black Lives Matter believes in, come out from among them. Why are you marching with people who protest for homosexuality? The woman even said that like their mission statement doesn't align with my mission statement. So what are you doing? What are you doing? It's madness, bro. But it's absolute madness. Let me get back on point. You can drop that. Let me get back on point, right? Because the thing, what's up? Go ahead.
God, verse 17. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you.
And touch not the unclean thing, and he will receive us. But you know how people got to just attach on to every goddamn thing? Chematology. Come. Shalom.
We're trying to teach you.
God. Yeah, if you got time, come back. God. Yeah, all praises. See, this place going down, bro.
That's right.
I'm just waking up. I remember I was in 7-Eleven the other day, like 2 days ago, and I saw Jake from IUIC, man. He said, oh, you Israeli? I was like, yeah. He said, look at my fridge. I was like, oh man, this place going down, bro. It's coming to the point where I'm seeing Israelites wherever I go daily now, bro. Daily. What's up?
Like when we went to Atlanta, when I was in DFW airport, sister walked by, shalom, brother. All right, I'm in the airport. There's people all over the airport. I'm in Atlanta. Another sister comes up to me, shalom, brother. What camp you from? And then when I'm leaving back to come to Dallas, there's a brother who lives in Washington who recognized us. Oh yeah. And so it's just like we everywhere.
We everywhere, bro. We waking up, man.
We waking up.
It's like it's getting to the point where I'm seeing too many Israelites. Like, and now it used to be just like a little insider club, but now you just see it everywhere, man. Getting oversaturated with Israelites, and I love it. Because you know, when we start keeping these law, statutes, and commandments, and when we start waking up as a people, that's when the curses are going to come down upon this place.
That's right.
And that actually goes into my point, right? Go back to Deuteronomy 28, verse 1. Because the thing I was just thinking about the whole time in my head is, these niggas said, stopping black on black crime and the issues with us isn't going to stop white supremacy. That's madness on so many levels. Like, it's madness on a micro level. Like, if you take the scripture out of the equation, if we start looking at our own people as all of us are, like, if we start looking at each other like we're all brothers and sisters, and just like not just somebody who shares the same color as us, we would get up in arms when somebody comes and attacks us.
That's right.
You couldn't do this. The things that they do to us, you couldn't do to the Arabs. Right. They're blowing something up. They boycott something. They're shutting something down. That's why they don't mess with them like they mess with us. But us, and when we're in this disarray, the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, we're in this disarray and divided, that's when they want to come up against us. Why? Because we don't care about ourselves. So it doesn't matter. Like just like if somebody's bullying you, right? If you keep continuing to let it happen, they're never gonna stop until you rise up. So until our people rise up as a people and come together, give me Zephaniah 2 verse 1. Until we rise up as a people, until we do that, we're going to continue to get preyed upon. It's just little things like that will save us from the oppression of the so-called white man. Go ahead and get this one.
This is Zephaniah 2 verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation, not desired.
What?
O nation, not desired.
We are not a desired nation. We're evidently not a desired nation, and people will prey upon us. People will throw us in prison. People will kill us. People will make our women out to be whores. But when their women do the same thing our women is doing, now they're just hot girls and it's fine. But when our women do it, it's hoarding. We're not a nation that's desired at all.
Even our own people hate our own people. Yeah. Verse 2. Before the decree, bring forth. Before the day pass as the chaff. Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
So before the day of the Lord's anger come upon us, that's that decree. That's the missiles, bro. Before all that comes down, we need to come together as a nation, and we're already really kind of doing that. Just like how we said before, you saw in the airport, we saw people saying like, "Shalom, what camp you from?" Like, I'm starting to see that almost every week now. Like, we're coming together as a nation under the banner of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
That's coming. And when we finally do this, to the point that the Most High God wants, that's when the blessings are going to come. That's when the destruction of America is going to come. That's when all of this is going to stop. Hold on, let me get this one fast.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments.
Yeah, so if we keep his commandments, and what happens when you keep us, what's a part of that? Coming back to who you are. Because if you didn't know you were Israelite, the law, statutes, and commandments really kind of don't matter. Like, I remember when I was in Christianity, it didn't matter. All I knew was Matthew through Revelation. Yeah, John 3:16. Because why would I care about this? Because this is talking about the Israelites. But I am an Israelite. us up here are Israelites. So that's why we keep these law, statutes, commandments, because we realize that we're under these curses. So if we keep these law, statutes, commandments by realizing, bethinking ourselves and keeping these law, statutes, commandments, we're going to get put on top. We will no longer be the tail. We will be the head, and they will be the tail. All these curses will come upon them. That's why when we get ourselves right, that stops black on black crime. That stops white supremacy. When we get ourselves right. That's what we need. They're talking about. I think it's talking about. That's a long term. This is funny right here. That's a long term strategy. But y'all been marching for centuries. Since the '60s. Either way, decades, right? You've been marching for decades, and nothing has happened. You're playing the long game. It's give me make haste, keep the commandments. Give me that in Psalms 119. I believe it's 60. 119 verse 60, either 59 or 60. Because it's a short game to keep the commandments. You can just wake up and say, you know what, I'm gonna stop eating pork. I'm gonna stop hating my brother. I'm gonna put fringes on my shirt. And you could do that in a day, really? Like legitimately, you could do that in a day. But trying to march or trying to beg for forgiveness from the so-called white man, that's playing the long game. Which I've been doing this for damn near forever, man. That's right. Keep going.
This is Psalms 119 and 60. I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments. The bands of the wicked have robbed me, but I have not forgotten thy law.
What?
The bands of the wicked have robbed me.
The bands of the wicked. That's going into this harsh bondage. That's going into the tribulation that we suffer. But what?
But I have not forgotten thy law.
But we won't forget this law. Right. We're still in captivity. Even though we're Israelites and we know we're Israelites and we're doing our best to practice being an Israelite, we keep the law, statutes, and commandments. It's not a hard thing to do, really. It's really not. It's not a hard thing. You can go ahead. It's not a hard thing to stop eating pork. It's not a hard thing to stop eating catfish. It's not a hard thing to stop committing adultery. It's not a hard thing to stop killing people. Just don't do it. Just do the one thing the Most High God told you to do. You got something else? Go ahead.
This is verse 63. I am a companion of all them that fear thee, and of them that keep thy precepts.
Oh, read that again.
Verse 63. I am a companion of all them that fear thee, and of them that keep thy precepts.
And that's cool, right? Because when you see another Israelite, it don't matter what camp they're like. For me, it don't matter what camp you're from. It don't matter what banner you rock. That's my brother, man. I'm a companion to those who fear the Lord. That's who our real friends are, man. Ain't that what Yahweh Shai said? Ain't that what Yahweh Shai said? Who's my brother? Who's my mother? Who's my father? Who's my brother and sister? Those who do the will of the Most High God. That's what he said. We're companions to them. What you got? You got one more? Go ahead.
This is Psalms 101. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night.
Day and night, man. Day and night. You meditate in this law day and night, because what starts to happen when you wander out of this? You start getting spotted by the world. Next thing you know, you turn into a nigga again. And Jake, we gotta come out with that lesson, bro. We gotta come out with that lesson with Jake and the truth. They put off the old man and they bring the truth and then put on the new nigga. That's what Jake do, bro. And that's what happens when you start wandering out of these scriptures. When you start wandering, when you stop reading the book, when you stop doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you start putting on that new nigga, and now you're worse than how you was before, bro. Then you just got fringes on. Hold on.
This is Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
What?
Day and night.
Day and night. It says the same thing over and over again. And Jake got to be told twice. That's why Deuteronomy exists. That's second law, man. Jake need to be told multiple times, bro. And I know, because I know some of us got kids in. I know y'all don't just tell your kids one time. I know you don't tell your kids just one time, man. Nah. Jake got to be told multiple times. Because if we don't get constantly reminded, give me Romans chapter 15, verse 4. Hey, I like this precept.
What was that one in Psalms?
Which one?
Companion?
Was that Psalms 119? Was that 60 something? What?
No, that's one.
No, companion. 63, yeah.
This is Romans 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
And this scripture right here is really becoming one of my favorite scriptures. Because like if you sit back and analyze it, it's like everything that was written for us through our forefathers and through all their experiences and all the wisdom they left for us, it's supposed to give us hope. Because they went through this. Pretty much damn near every situation we go through, you can see an example of that in the Bible and how to conquer that. So read it again. Read it again.
Romans 15 verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Stop right there. Written for our learning. So that we learn. So we don't make the same damn mistakes over and over again. Don't the so-called white man say like if you don't learn history, you're doomed to repeat it? Yep. So if we don't read this book and then look at all the experiences that our forefathers had in certain situations that we might see and might have to deal with in our life, if we don't look at that, we're gonna repeat the same mistakes they do. So if we actually listen and read the scriptures and try to absorb them to the best of our ability, we'll learn from that situation and learn how to deal with situations in the moment, in the correct way.
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Have hope. Through patience, that we might have hope. Because we don't have any hope out here, man. None. We are other if this, like I said before, I forgot who I was talking to. I think it was like one of my friends who's not in this camp, right? Like if this isn't the truth, there is no truth. There's nothing to hope for in the world. If us being Israelites, if the notion that we're the Israelites isn't true, there's nothing to hope for. Because chematology is BS, Islam is BS, Christianity is BS. Even if Christians are coming out of the Christian church, not all of them is coming to the truth, but a lot of them's like, man, this ain't the breakdown. this is wrong. They just know that there's nothing to hope for here, bro. All they know is get a 9 to 5, maybe drink every other day, and just wait till the weekend. And that's what Jake do. And they'll have kids, and they teach them to do the same thing over and over again, a repetitive cycle of being a voluntary slave.
Yeah, and you've been going to church your whole life, but then COVID-19 come around and now you're scared. Like, what happened to all that faith? It gets you thinking. You're like, man, what have I been doing all this time? Where my hope at?
Yeah, and you have to think about, because, like, check this out, right? They don't believe in the law. They teach contrary to the law. It's all faith. But why is it? It's all about faith, though. But y'all's churches aren't open. If it's all about faith, if faith is a thing, because they'll read Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8, that through faith that we say, faith and grace that we saved, but y'all don't have no faith, none whatsoever. And people realize like this isn't the breakdown. Christianity isn't the breakdown. Catholicism isn't the breakdown. Islam isn't the breakdown. Chematology isn't the breakdown. Morism isn't the breakdown. There's nothing to hope for. If this isn't true, there's absolutely nothing to hope for. Talking about marching up and down the block, saying, what are we doing for our people? We're doing a lot for our people. We're giving them hope. Because you didn't have hope. Just being a nigga in America isn't hoping for anything. That's just hoping that you make it to 25. It's just hoping, it's true. It's true. It's hoping you can make it to 25. That's what y'all hope for. And once y'all get past that, it's up, I did it. Let me just give me a Nissan and a freaking Nissan, what's that manager? Not the main manager. What's the second manager? Assistant manager job at Kinko's. And I think I'm doing it. That's what they do. That's what Jake do. That's what Jake hopes for. But we're supposed to be kings, bro. We're supposed to be royal priests. We should be the priests of the Most High God. He made us to be that way. This is what we need to hope for, because he gave us evidence of Him. Give me Baruch chapter 2. Give me Baruch chapter 2. The Most High God, everybody's like, well, if God exists, why didn't He show Himself? He showed Himself. He made Himself, He showed that He's true by establishing the law, statutes, commandments, and the division of that, the curses, and said, if you don't keep these commandments, this is what you got to deal with. And what happened? He confirmed His word. Go ahead.
This is Baruch 2:28. As thou spakest by thy servant Moses in the day when thou didst command him to write thy...
No, hold that. We're jumping back. Go to verse 1, 2 and 1.
2 and 1. Therefore the Lord hath made good His word.
He did what?
Made good His word.
Made good on His word. He proved that He exists. He made good on His word. I told you niggas, if you don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments, y'all ass is going into slavery on slave ships. He said that to us. He said that to us. And what do we do? What do we do right after that? What do we do right after that? Start breaking them. Try them. You tried them. And just like, I know just like as a kid, you tried your parents. What happened? That ass got tore up. You saw you cross the line. You saw what happens, bro. Jake is crazy, bro.
Just to add to the hard-headedness. We tried them in the wilderness.
Yeah.
And it said, don't test them.
Yeah, and what happened? What happened? Judgment.
Niggas died.
Khan hath made good his word, which he pronounced against us, and against our judges that judged Israel, and against our kings, and against our princes, and against the men of Israel and Judah, to bring upon us great plagues, such as never happened under the whole heaven.
So that's great plagues, and that's how he made good on his word. These type of plagues, you don't see with everybody else, but you see it with us. So why is that? Why is that, man? Because the Most High God said something. He said if you transgress these laws, statutes, and commandments, you're going into slavery. You're going to slavery on slave ships. Somebody's going to take your wife. You're going to have to watch it. They're going to take your kids. There's nothing you can do about it. You're going to plant a vineyard and not eat of the grapes thereof. You're going to build a house and not live in that house, man. You're going to wonder about your life every single day. You're going to be blind, groping in the daytime I'm not blind. You're going to be
groping at noonday.
Give me Deuteronomy 28 verse 20. I'm not about to butcher that.
Bro, get that. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 20.
28. 28, 20.
Salakia. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind groping in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways.
So what? AKA, you're going to be bugged out. What nation of people is just bugged the hell out, man? You have to be a bugged out people to think you're just a color. You have to be a bugged out people to think you could just make a website called World Star Hip Hop and just have twerk videos on there, have World Star Uncut, fights, freaking just showing stuff about somebody smashing another dude's girl on the phone. Like who does that? What nation of people? Like I say this all the time. What nation of people does that? Right. Only us. Only the Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Why? Because we suffer from Deuteronomy 28, verse 28, man. He made good on his word. He showed that he exists. The Most High God don't have to sit out here and just come down for you and like, hey, I exist, and then flow back up into heaven. You don't got to do that. He made good on his word. It's not his fault that you don't read what he said.
Right.
Yeah. Niggas, bro. Give me Deuteronomy 28, verse 1 again. Yeah.
Con. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So what happens when we get right? We get set above all the other nations. That means white supremacy can't exist anymore because we're going to be above them. Then they talk about, well, that's black supremacy. Of course. That's right. Y'all niggas should want black supremacy. How come every other nation of the world aspires for supremacy except us? Right. The Chinese man in China aspires to have supremacy. They're trying to do away with trading with the dollar. They're trying to do away with having to go through America for everything. They're trying to do away with everything so they can rise. They're not trying to be equivalent with everybody. Everybody in America just thinks that like everybody wants to just hold hands with everybody. No, these nations are trying to get over on other nations. Russia's been trying to get over on the whole damn world since forever. All these nations want to get over on everybody. There's no such thing as just everybody just kumbaya as a nation. Everybody wants supremacy. So everybody wants supremacy. Y'all are the only niggas not looking for it. That's madness, bro.
Yeah, I was listening to this video about like one of the right-wing leaders, like Charles Barkley, and some other brother had went to interview him some time ago, and they were asking him questions. And he said that same thing. They was like, you don't want equality, you know? And he was like, equality? What is that? He was like, no, I don't want equality.
You niggas out here teaching that?
Like, he made it sound like it was something absurd. Like, what? This is what y'all niggas want? Like, hell no.
Why would you want, like I said before, why would you want to be equal to somebody who can't walk outside their house without dying?
He said it sounds gay.
It does. It does.
He went that far. To say it sounds gay. Inequality.
It's madness, bro.
But he married the Esau anyway, though.
Deuteronomy 7 verse 6, real quick. Just real quick. Let me hear that real fast. I need to hear that ring out. Get that too. Give me Deuteronomy 7 verse 6. I need to hear that ring out into the sky.
To my Barkley.
This is
Oh, yeah,
Deuteronomy
he
7 and
dealing
6.
with no sister.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Most High God made us to be this way. The Bible isn't about equality, man. Hey, give me Malachi 3 verse 6 real fast. Just so the Most High God, so we know he don't change. Let's see if he changes. Let's see if now that Christ died, everybody can be equal. Let's see. Let's just see, man.
Let's see.
Let's see, bro. Malachi chapter 3 verse 6.
This is Malachi 3 and 6. For I am the Lord, I change not.
What?
I change not.
The Lord doesn't change. Hey, white people over there. hey, do y'all think you think God's about equality? Yes. Okay, yeah, let's read Deuteronomy 7 verse 6 again.
Come, this is Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Yes.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee,
The Israelites,
to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
I thought we were all equal.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So the Israelites are above y'all. That's right. You melanin deficient devils.
That's right.
We're above you guys, man. So go ahead and get in your car. That fucked up ass car right there. And I hope you have a bad day, man.
That's right. Hey, that car sunburn like they skin, man.
And you're like, look at this, bro. Well, hold up. Let's second answer real fast. And these heathen. And these heathen, bro. Let's look at this, bro. How you do all this? How you do all this for centuries in a big ass nation and still have the power to this day, pass it off to your kids, and now you driving away in a sunburned ass car, bro. Get the hell out of here, bro. And that's your give me all you heathen, bro.
Con. Oh, you heathen? Con. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen,
Yeah.
which have ever been reputed as nothing,
Have ever been reputed as nothing. So even now, farther into the scriptures, farther into the dispensation of time, there's still nothing, bro. What That's 2nd Ezra 6 and 57. 6:57. Read it again.
2nd Ezra 6, 57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us.
They become to be lords over us. Yeah, this is amazing, bro. You take our people in captivity for centuries, right? You driving the shittiest car out here, bro. Look, it's sunburned. It's a sunburnt car. It looked like it was old as hell. I'm like, dang, bro. I've been in captivity my entire life. I've been at the bottom my entire life. And I'm driving something better than you, bro. And you got 4 Edomites in that car. None of y'all niggas get it right. That's madness, bro. Ever been repeated as nothing. Go ahead.
They're not a part of the right club, man.
I guess so. Go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
And that's going to be good. That's going to be a good time, man. Because that's talking about after we repent. That's talking about after our nation comes back and is saved. And they get a circumcised. Give me that in verse, say Deuteronomy 30. Start at verse, let's start at 1.
God. This is Deuteronomy 30 from the top. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whether the Lord thy God have driven thee.
That's talking about Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, and Leviticus, I believe, was that 26?
And shall return unto the Lord thy God, and shall obey his voice according to all that I commanded thee this day, thou and thy children with all thine heart and with all thy soul. Verse 3, that then the Lord thy God will turn thy captivity.
Do what?
Turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee.
He'll turn our captivity, which means save us from our captivity, and have compassion upon us. And through that compassion, we get to rule over the damn planet. We get to put all the curses that was on us onto the damn heathen. They get to go into captivity. Their children get sold in sacks, man. Their children get beat have their heads beat in on rocks. That's what's gonna happen to them, bro. That's what's gonna happen to them, and it needs to happen to them because we've been dealing with this for centuries. Talk about we gotta forget that's old in the past. Well, that's like a few generations ago. But we have to remember 9/11 every damn year. We have to remember y'all killing y'all's own people. And you know what? Matter of fact, all praises for September 11th.
That's right.
Because y'all didn't even really kill us. Y'all killed literally y'all's own people. Never forget, bro. Never forget. How about you? I changed my mind. Never forget. Never forget when y'all killed y'all's own people.
That's right.
When y'all want to make us remember that, y'all remember that. Yeah, man. What times like you say, I'm gonna drink some Hennessy, and make a piss on you.
I'm a piss on your
Man, you got new yada yada.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations.
I remember the days of old. I remember a few years ago when y'all crashed y'all's own planes into y'all's own building and killed y'all's own people. That's a good time, man. I enjoy it. Because, like, matter of fact, this is the first time I ever thought about it like that. Because, like, if you look at the demographic of people who died in that was mostly y'all. Talk about never. Of course, they don't want us to forget because it happened to them.
Ask thy father, and he will show thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee.
And that's another thing that's important as well. They're trying to take away all the slave monuments. They're trying to take away all the slavery that's in the history books. Like even in Texas, even right when I think it was like right after I got out of high school, they're trying to say we came over here as like indentured servants, and like we came out with some. Yeah, we wanted to come over here.
Right, yeah.
And we have to hold on. We have to ask our fathers about what really happened.
Right.
Like, our children have to. Like, it's getting to a point. Our children have to ask us like, how did we get over here? Why are we over here? They said we're indentured servants. Like, no, y'all were slaves. We were slaves back in the day. We came over on slave ships. They packed us up in slave ships, like side by side and on top of each other, integrated, and no remorse whatsoever. If a woman had a period on top of you, it's coming on you, bro. That's what's happening. If somebody died next to you, you have to just be there. That's just gonna be like that for the rest of the trip. They fed us meat, right? They fed us like jerky, but the jerky was so salty that so it can make it all the way to the journey from wherever they got us in all the way to America. But literally eating it, it's like killing you. Like
dehydrating.
It's so much. Yeah. It's so much sodium in that. What's up, man? I got a question. Why are they never clean though? Why are they never clean though? I'm just saying, like every time. Like they come over here like every time, and they'll never be clean. You walk up and down downtown Dallas, it still be dirty as hell, bro. Yeah, the rain does a better job. You're right. It's madness, bro. What was I talking about? I'm on a whole diatribe there, man. Yeah, the beef jerky, man. It has so much sodium in it that's giving us hypertension before we even get here, bro. It's actually killing some of us.
Right.
Because of how gross and how grotesque the situation was. We're not supposed to forget that. No, this is why we want supremacy. This is why I want not just black supremacy, black, Hispanic, and Native American supremacy. I want to rule with my people. Give me Revelation chapter 2, verse 27, 26. Where you going?
Cancun on the 5th.
That's pretty much. Revelation 2, verse 26.
They pay pretty good.
This is Revelation 2, verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works until the end.
So if you overcome, this is going into getting right. If you overcome the world, overcome being spotted by the world, and keep the Most High, keep Yahweh Shai's works until the end, the works that he did, which keeping the law, statutes, commandments.
To him will I give power over the nations.
What?
To him will I give power over the nations.
There are nations, there's Gentiles. That's power over the Gentiles, power over the nations. We will rule. And that's how you know he's talking to Israelites, because how is that going to be everybody else? How is the nations going to have power over the nations?
Right.
That doesn't make any sense. It's this particular nation. There's more on that. There's more on that. This particular nation is going to rule over all these nations. Keep going.
Okay, verse 27. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
That's black and brown supremacy. We're gonna rule with a rod of iron. It's gonna be a good day, bro. Cause I remember I'm at work, bro. This right here, like, there's this thing, like, we have a thing where we have like dunnage paper for the shipments that we do, and like it's like an iron thing that sticks into it, but you gotta take it out to refill it. Every time I take that thing out, I'm just like, this is me gonna be beating the hell out of people, right? God damn it, bro. Why do you gotta come every day, bro? That don't do nothing. It's mostly Edomites. You're not doing a goddamn thing, bro. God damn.
Verse 27. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
That's what we're gonna do to them, man. We're gonna break them to shivers. If you don't want, if you're not up here cooking the meal right, if Moab ain't cooking that damn Chinese fried rice right, you're getting broken to shivers, man.
Right.
If Esau ain't picking that cotton right, you're getting broken to shivers.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
If you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're getting messed up in the kingdom by the Israelites, bro.
That's right.
God damn, bro. Yep. See, look at that. Hey, get that on camera, Reggie. Get that on camera. Look at, like I said before, bro. It's just a disguise for homosexuality. It's just a disguise for LGBTQ. And then we just block the roads, man. Magic. They got a precept.
And look, you see the LGBT colors down there. Yeah, you see the rainbow colors?
This is Psalms 126. When the Lord turned again the captivity of Zion, we were like them that dream.
We're like them that what?
That dream.
And like, it's gonna be a dream when I don't have to come out here and deal with dumbass niggas, deal with freaking homosexuals blocking the road, and then masquerading like it's a movement for me. Like y'all can sympathize with my people. Like you can sympathize with having dogs freaking sicked on you. Like you can sympathize with somebody when you what's up, man? You got a question? You just listening? Oh, well, I'll tell you what we're out here for, man. We're out here for the Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and tell them they're God's chosen people, and God only cares about them according to His word. That's what I'm here to tell them. So Chinese people, Japanese people, East Indians, all I can say is, according to the Bible, all y'all are going into slavery to us. That's what's going to happen, according to the Bible.
So Psalm 60 and 8.
Bring it out! And also, right, there's a thing called ancient nationalities. I don't know if you heard about the Moabites. Well, they're like the ancient Asian people. Like, before y'all were called Asian, y'all were called Moabites, right? Now watch this. This is what the Bible says about the Moabites.
Time. This is Psalm 60 and 8.
Bring it out!
Moab is my washpot.
What?
My washpot. Over Edom will I cast out my shoe.
So the thing about it is, y'all are washpots. All y'all do, y'all are made for captivity.
Right.
Y'all don't even really have a good peripheral vision. That's on top of that. I mean, y'all just made to be your eyes focused on one task and doing the hell out of that one task, man. And that one task is washing the dishes, man.
Right. You don't believe that?
So that's what we believe, man. I mean, other than that, I don't know what to tell you, because I mean, you're not an Israelite.
So what should I do then?
What should you do? I mean, if I were you, I'd go back. You from China? Are you from Asia? Where you from? China, right? I'd go back to China, because it's about to get real bad over here. Yep. There's about to be some missiles coming over here. There's about to be World War III over here, and everybody. And you laughing, but your own people trying to do that to this place. Yeah. y'all gonna be a participant in this war against this place. So I would leave expeditiously, man. If you want to do something, if you want to save your life for now, I'd go back over there. That's all you can do. That's all you got, man. That's what you can do, because, I mean, the commandments ain't for you, the Bible ain't for you, God ain't for you, it ain't for them either. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. So what's up, man? How you feel about that?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's some tough shit. It was, hold that sign up, right? This was some tough shit right here, man. You see this? This is hardcore bondage. This is slavery we had to go through. We had to go through this because we didn't listen to our God. That's some tough shit, man. When in China did they ever get 9 month pregnant women and then tear their children out and then stomp it before them? Has that happened in China? No. No, that hasn't. No, that happens everywhere. Y'all had y'all's nationality taken from y'all. I mean, all that happened to us. That's some tough shit. You said it's some tough shit. What you got? Yeah, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 25, and this is verse 10. For in this mountain shall the hand of the Lord rest, and Moab shall be trodden down under him, even as straw is trodden down for the dunghill. And this is verse 12. It says, "In the fortress of the high fort of thy walls."
Yeah, y'all, you know the great wall of China. You know all that? Y'all's fortress. It's talking about the Moabites again. Y'all's great fortress. Go ahead.
Which was built up by Gadite brothers, right? "In the fortress of the high fort of thy walls shall he bring down."
Tell you what?
Bring down.
Tell you what?
Bring down.
So check this out, man. God's gonna bring down that great wall of China. It's coming, man. It's coming. Listen, it's gonna be what?
And it's going to be a sign that y'all have been conquered.
Yeah, all praises for it too.
This is Zephaniah 2:8. I have heard the reproach of Moab and the revealings of the children of Ammon, which by the children of Ammon, whereby they have reproached my people and magnified themselves against their border. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, surely Moab shall be as Sodom, and the children of Ammon as Gomorrah.
So what does that mean? That means a great fire is coming upon them. That means them walls is coming down, man. That's great, bro. Because I'm not trying to spare these heathen anymore. This, like, we in New Yachty territory right now, man. New Yachty territory. New Yachty territory, man. I'm not suffering heathens no more. I'm not trying to give them the whole Bible breakdown. Why? Why am I gonna sit here and give you a Bible breakdown? I'm gonna tell you your judgment. You're gonna take your ass up the block, man.
That's right.
I'm not sitting there trying to give them the damn. What do I look like? What do I look like trying to educate a damn mongrel like the damn Asian? No, bro. We're here for the Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and them only.
That's right.
So with that, hold up. Matter of fact, yeah, with that, I'm saying call halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and say Shalom.
Shalom.
And death to the heathens.
Death to the heathens.